the shining light that we bear. We're the only ones to make her brighter, the only ones to make her better, the only ones to make Anambra shine. With our sweat and blood, every breath of our lives, we've trust in God. We will lift our homeland high. We believe in togetherness. We'll build a land of progress. With the spirit of Anambra, with the spirit of Anambra, with the spirit of Anambra, states we love.
Wherever he goes round to say, welcome and thank you. Let's do the elbow for the day. Unane is one back and be able to rise. Go the elbow for the day. What we owe you is prayers, unalloyed support, loyalty. That is all we...
As the chairman of Public Service Day in Anambra State. Public Service Day, as we all know, is a day set aside to recognize the value and virtue of service. It is a day that marks and is used to acknowledge the invaluable contributions of workers who are the battle tanks in moving any state forward. In Anambra State, we are not lacking in that. The workers of Anambra State are here in their number, whether as civil servants, as teachers, and what have you. And they have, over the years, demonstrated their competence and ability and have contributed immensely in actualizing the policies and programs of government. As a matter of fact, policies and programs of government do not translate into action without the effort, the contributions of the workers. So the workers are the prime movers. And luckily for us, we have a governor who appreciates the value of service. And that is why, since Abokoye Dike became the governor of Anambra State, the interests and concerns of workers in the state have been of prime importance to him. He has not in any way neglected the workers. He has introduced a number of reforms aimed at enhancing the welfare and well-being of workers of Anambra State. In the entire 36 states of the Federation, Abokoye Dike, our own governor, is #1 in respect of workers' welfare. When we generally refer to him as the alert governor, it is not a joke. It is because before the end of every month, every single worker in Anambra State, including those who have retired, that is the pensioners, they receive their alert. True or false? His Excellency also came with another innovation, that in periods of festivities, such as the Christmas, workers are specially remembered. Workers are specially remembered. And that is why every Christmas since he assumed office, workers look forward and actually receive bags of rice every Christmas. As if that is not enough, he also ensures that leave allowances of workers are also paid during the same period. So while workers in other states of the Federation are grumbling and complaining about non-payment of salaries, Anambra workers are happy that they not only receive their salaries, but they also receive leave allowance and rice to go with it. We are very proud of you. We say welcome to our Obi, because today you are in the Obi of the workers. And looking around, we see that the Obi has assumed a good look, a very wonderful look, courtesy again of His Excellency. To reciprocate the good gestures of His Excellency the Governor by remaining committed, loyal, and dedicated to their duties, such that the good intentions of the Governor and his well-intentioned programs for the state will be actualized through our efforts.
Nkara aga m agụ ya agụ ka ọ ga-abụ onye ruo owelie odobe onye si na echetara ọfọ ejidie. Your Excellency, esteemed workers of Anambra State and distinguished invitees, it is my honor to welcome you all to this year's Public Service Day celebration, which is very special because it marks the last of this decade, which in general has been a very productive one for the public service of Anambra State, notwithstanding the harsh economic realities of the country. The Anambra State Public Service has indeed been able to stand out among its contemporaries in the country. And this is due to two very important reasons. First is the wonderful leadership the state has enjoyed over the last 10 years, especially the greater part under the watch of His Excellency Chief Dr. William Obiano, the amiable, hardworking, and alert governor of Anambra State. Second is the very dedicated stewardship of most of our colleagues in the state service. In all, we have achieved a relatively stable service together, and I want to thank the Almighty God for giving me the opportunity to lead a great service such as the Anambra State Public Service. The Public Service Day celebration is usually a day set aside for stock-taking, as well as acknowledging the place of the service as the main engine of governance and economic stabilization in the state. It also provides us with the opportunity to remind ourselves the truths of our profession and discipline as servants of the state. It is by this we socialize while considering our very functions and reason for existence within the structure of the state. In doing this, we recognize and reward the excellence and hard work of colleagues who have distinguished themselves above the normal call of duty. We do not also forget to tell ourselves the truths of places we have fallen short of expectations. Seizing the opportunity to dedicate ourselves to the virtues of honesty, loyalty, productivity, discipline, and excellence in service delivery to the good people of our state. Ladies and gentlemen, and my dear colleagues, I wish to let us know that in as much as we are not where we used to be, we are yet to get where we are going. There is still much room for improvement. We need to continue to work within the scope of the plans of the government of the day, while adapting to reforms necessary to make our service a true 21st century public service. For our successes and achievements, I would like to deeply acknowledge our dear Governor, Chief William Obiano, for his continuous support to the welfare of the public service of the state. He has shown uncommon understanding and humaneness in matters concerning public servants. There is no doubt that when one juxtaposes His Excellency's activities with those of his contemporaries, we would come to a conclusion that Abu Kodike has left indelible marks on the very fabric of the state service. Let's consider some of his numerous benevolence to the service for benefit of emphasis. Since his inception as governor, workers have continued to enjoy the prompt and regular payment of salaries, pensions, and allowances amidst the economic crunch seen within the country. This has enabled workers in Anambra State to continue to enjoy financial and psychological stability. Regular payment of leave allowance, commitment to the payment of the new minimum wage. Recent recruitment of over 500 science teachers for secondary schools in Anambra State and another 500 for primary schools. Approval of another recruitment of 500 science teachers for secondary schools. Recruitment of persons with disabilities. The yearly largesse of bag of rice to every public servant and pensioner of the state for Christmas celebration. But the truth is that we must play our part in being instrumental too, because to whom much is given, much is expected. We must be seen to take active active and leading role in maximizing the internally generated revenue of the state, in reducing the cost of governance by ensuring zero wasteful spending and plugging avenues of leakages in the system, in ensuring transparency, accountability, and due process in the conduct of government business, overall responsiveness and professionalism in service delivery, and keeping in focus the 4 developmental pillars of the Obiano administration as well as their enablers. My charge to us today is never to lose sight of our responsibilities to our government and the good people of Anambra State, whom we represent. Prompt and effective service delivery remains the watchword. In concluding this address, I would like to appreciate with deep sense of gratitude everyone who has remained supportive and instrumental to the successes we are proud of today, beginning from His Excellency Chief Willie Obiano, the ESCO members, the Anambra State House of Assembly, the College of Permanent Secretaries, the Committee of Directors, labor leaders, my predecessors, colleagues, past and present, Ndo Libem, and in the Anambra. I salute you all and pray that God richly blesses you. Finally, I thank everyone present at this occasion. Merry Christmas to you all. May God bless Anambra State and bless Nigeria. Thank you.
I'm very happy to be in your midst this afternoon. It's always a pleasure to be with you. If you observe, all the things I promised you, I have always done, without exception. I have insisted that your work environment must be very clean, and I put money to that, and you can see we've accomplished that. You now have a role, just like in your own home, to keep that work environment clean. Don't eat where you shouldn't eat, or leave pieces of meat where you shouldn't leave pieces of meat. I understand there are waste bins all over the place. Always make sure you use them. I'll pay surprise visits to offices, and I'll be very angry if I meet a very dirty environment, because I've spent so much money to make sure you're comfortable. In 2016, I increased your salary by 16% without your prompting, correct? 2015, I mean. In 2015, so if that is the correction. But what is important is that I did that without prompting. Do you understand that? And I encourage you then to try and increase our IGR, to double our IGR, so I can do it again. We will pay the minimum wage. I will pay the minimum wage. Did I not say that? So that is already in your pocket. And I'm also saying that if you increase my IGR to 3 billion, I will also increase your salary again. Is that clear? The minimum wage will be paid. That's done, right? But beyond the minimum wage, if you increase my IGR, double it to 3 billion, I will also increase the salary again. So what you owe yourself is to work hard and let's block all the leakages. I would also like you to be cost conscious so that we can reduce our recurrent expenditure. All these monies that we are paying, on real time, Alolu, Menka, Oego Kejami Oburia, Anyabe Gishone Nada, or the Oquia. So we got Kabar, John, and Wemeya. Obro, I increase my salary, and now we are looking for that Biolo. Before the Biolo by 10 open a Fanabago. I food in the day to I got to far immediately without ceremony. Actually, could not be punctual to work and finish close when it should close. Ufodo bu abia zonyu kwabuna obia golo ojelebe go na elena shop. Many of you are doing that. We are compiling names. I enforcing the day to I got to far. They are either civil servants or they are not. Did I make myself clear? So with all this support I know, unu get support. Depending on how we can when you call una cause. You must remember the era of recession when over 30 states couldn't pay salaries. Before the mountain, it's because of the love I have for you that I'm doing all these things. Let us be the light of the nation. Let us join hands to move our state forward. Let's shun corruption. We use ego government on the job because all that can happen no work. Why what's here? Abunega Dabia, Amaku no work, Obria, Ejibu no work, Unuchoke no work. Unuganyala Kafuna, Anna Lucian Wike. So I can read Maka honor today, and we will do more for the civil servants of Anambra State as our IGR improves again. God bless all of you. God bless Anambra State, and God bless Nigeria. Thank you. Okay. Omwele family na mba ukwu oku babu nne na nne. And if I may have could you have Nanya Okada, Obulu kerosene, Obulu Vijaya fuel, Janya Okada, fuel Janya Okada, Bupatani Muno. Sokuwe Muluzie. So only survive on Obo Mwea. So somewhere survive on there on Anya Defa. So they won't know Made no. You see, 6, 7. Okay, Made Sam when I have so only one survival. So government guys the Azulenia University. Can I find? Check I Archbishop Alexander Ibezi. My comrades are my check a week when Netiano. Or whatever Nakawa. So on a kind of check the fact. There was Lunia University. Hi. Son, what a man. And Anya Lucy go befa. Manaso what I can imagine being a Lucy. I Lucy go before for man. You know, actually, call up and learn a lesson. Opening way generator, it was in email room, me, Kalama Fazulia Nilo. Makibu Matian email room. When on email room, when I'm generator. And then we find out what carbon monoxide or put that on a boom model. Equally on a decamolo. if no one met at all, I couldn't live in the quiver. Ozodiki be a Bunebuatazana, Unebubatazina, fuel, Nimuno, kerosene mob or PMS, you know, Unebuatazana Nimuno, Makoga on our Boku. Ozoki be Dicky Biabo, Nimega now, leave allowance. Well, I go take fire extinguisher, every family.
This is for exemplary service and dedication to the team. The Ministry of Women Affairs.
To make her brighter, the only ones. To make her better, the only ones. To make
Benjamin. Ebunife Stephen Uchechukwu. Peace and dedication to the team.
First.
Dedication to the team.